Let me ask you a question. And really think about it, right? Because this is a deep question. Alright? What would you rather? Would you rather be in the middle of the Sahara Desert with 18 litres of water and you're in survival mode? You know, you have to figure out surviving and, you know, ultimately getting out of the desert, or ultimately setting up camp, hunting maybe, and becoming a desertarian if there's such thing. Or would you rather, same situation but in the Antarctica, and you have a suitcase with layers of clothes, lots of warm clothes, cotton and fur, chinchillas, any type of clothes you want, all different types of clothes. What would you rather? And I'll ask you again, would you rather be in the Sahara Desert with 18 litres of water, thin clothes and a towel, or in the Antarctica, middle of the Antarctica, with a suitcase with layers of clothes? And really think about it, right? Because this is the problem with human beings. We make rash decisions. We want to jump to the easiest solution. And sometimes the easiest solution is actually the worser and harder solution, you know? Sometimes the harder, the thing that seems harder would actually benefit you in real time and could last you a lifetime, you know? For example, the person that sat there and studied how to, for example, make a jack to jack up a car, to change a tire. That man, let's just say his name is Jack. Jack has made a fortune, generational wealth, because of the idea. He had an idea that was hard, but the solution made it easier for everyone. You know, because I don't know what they was doing before. Maybe there was like five men lifting up the vehicle, or, you know, whatever, and then putting the bricks underneath to keep it up. And then maybe the same thing again, lifting it up and then taking off the bricks or whatever it was. I don't know the history of jacks, but someone, you know, if you know, feel free to drop the comment down below. Let us know exactly the history of that. But, you know, I'm just saying, the man Jack that thought of that idea, the solution, it was just like maybe some springs and he's just using a little bit of pressure, yeah, that could lift up a whole ton. You know what I mean? It's a brilliant idea. And I'm sure it was hard at first to create. And it was probably took long, you know? But in the end, it guaranteed great results. And as a result, it made life easier, not only for him, but for everyone that is using and needing or in need of that machinery, you know, or the device. So, yeah, we need to start thinking sometimes, in some situations, okay, sometimes the easier option isn't the best. Maybe I should really think about whatever situation it is, whatever option you have. The fact that you have options is even good, you know. But sometimes the easier route is actually the harder route, you know. Sometimes you're rushing, thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get to my goal faster. I'm gonna get to my destination faster, and that rushing could cost you so much time, you know. It's like I see people zooming past me, driving so fast, you know, and I'm like, they're gonna stop in traffic at the end anyway. If I put on my sat nav a destination and it says it's gonna take me 50 minutes to reach the destination, and I've tried it before, if I go as fast as I can, as fast as possible, the most amount of minutes I can save is like 8 minutes. I could probably I could probably get 8 minutes off. But I have to really be going fast, maybe even jumping some red lights, yellow red lights, just to get that 8 minutes. And it's not worth it, because I'm putting myself at risk, you know. And like I'm saying, there's some people that will go going so fast, and then boom, they crash. Now, because they've crashed, not only could it have cost them their life or their health, or the other people's life or health, it also has wasted a lot of time. Maybe they're going to be stuck there now for an hour exchanging details. God forbid it's something fatal. They might not even be able to get to their destination because they've just killed themselves, you know. And I say that to say this: sometimes in life it's better to just going slower is actually going faster, you know. Doing the harder thing will actually make it easier in the long run, you know. So sometimes you need to really sit back and think on situations and solutions that you might find yourself in between, and just analyze it better. Have a second thought on it, because there's no point in jumping to the easier option all the time. Easier option, trying to find the easy way out, and then in turn that could cost you a life, or could cost you an hour, or it could cost you being able to bring a solution to an extent where you could inherit generational wealth, you could generate generational wealth through it if you just took the time to think about certain situations. I have some ideas sometimes, and I think, you know, I should write it down. It's a really good idea, you know. But no, I'll just use the internet. Or no, I'll just go and call up the mechanic, or, you know, rather than trying to figure some things out myself, because you might see something that another person don't see. There might be a missing link there that you could potentially innovate and become a creator, as opposed to, you know, just a user, or like I was talking about in my last video, a consumer, you know. So yeah, the reason I asked that question is because a lot of people would have probably took the desert option. Okay, yeah, I'll just go into the Sahara Desert, because, you know, I'd rather do that than be in the freezing cold that you could probably die. But if you really think strategically, you know, you would realize that the better option is probably to be in the Antarctica. You know, there's more food sources there. Even though you think that there isn't, there actually is. There's more chance of you surviving in an extent where you've got the layers of clothes. A smart person would utilize it strategically, you know. Whereas in the desert, you're kind of like you're restricted to an extent where you don't know. There's not much you can really do, especially in terms of food. You know, you might have the few desert rats, and if you can catch them, you might even be hallucinating, thinking you're seeing them, but you're not. You know, don't get me wrong. I love the heat. I'm a person of the sun, but when you gotta choose situations like that, which would never come, but there is some situations where, in an analogy, these sort of options come up, and a lot of us jump to the easier option. You know, rather than cooking yourself a healthy meal at home, you'd rather go to the fast food shop. Fast food. See, you want it fast. And in turn, that's costed you your health. Rather than you preparing it at home yourself, trying to do something at home yourself, which will be healthier for you, and you know where it comes from. And it's authentic because you made it, you know. So yeah, guys, don't want to keep you too long. The lesson for today it's just a quick, short one, is that you need to figure out solutions in life that may sometimes be hard, but in turn will make things a lot easier, if that makes sense. You know, try and analyze situations rather than just jumping to the easier one, if that makes sense. You know, it will help you in the long run. It could even potentially create you generational wealth. Write down ideas. You might have some ideas and you think, nah, write them down and try to become an innovator instead of a user. Try to become a supplier instead of a consumer. Alright, people, that's it today, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.